would I know when I achieve that goal or that outcome? How would I know when I achieve that outcome? Is it something you gotta see, something you gotta hear, something you gotta feel, or maybe you gotta something you gotta smell or taste at some points, right? So, for example, if you are saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be living on at the beach and doing yoga every morning," right? Something you want to see. So, what would you see? You would see like the ocean, right, from where you're living at. Something you want to hear. What would you hear? Maybe you hear the waves crashing, right? The smell of the ocean, right, of the air. Well, how would you feel? Maybe you want to feel like the sun hitting your skin, yeah, the warmth of the sun. So the more specific, the more you have sensory acuity, okay, the more you can talk to the horse, and the horse will accept it. Does that make sense? The horse only understands what you tell him, and you tell him literally, like literally, he will just understand literally what you say, okay? So, in order for it to be measurable, you want to ask yourself the question, how would I know when I accomplish that goal? And you want to relate it to as many senses as you could. 3 of them would be reliable, which are, what would you see, what would you hear, and what would you touch or feel, for you to know that's an evidence procedure that you actually accomplished that goal. So far, so good? Okay, good. Achievable. Okay, achievable by who? By us, right? Not by, oh, when the economy changes, then I'll accomplish the goal. Or when the court system changes the laws, then I'll accomplish the goal. Or, when my partner gets a life, then I'll be able to change, create these goals. So it has to be dependent on self, not dependent on other people to change. Make sense? Good. Realistic? Realistic is anywhere between it's very easy and impossible. That's what realistic is. Meaning the goals has to stretch you. Remember, if you don't reach to the stars, you'll get to the moon. That's great, isn't it? Yes? Yes. That's the purpose of setting goals, is not to achieve them, not to achieve these outcomes. You achieve an outcome, but it doesn't have to be that specific outcome. It's for you to stretch yourself beyond the past. Okay? And we witnessed with that exercise we did this morning, when you're pointing a finger to the wall, that the first scenario, you were able to stretch all the way to a certain place, but then when you visualized that you can actually go further, and now you did go further, didn't you? Yes? Because that's all, now it's clear. You're speaking the language of the horse. Make sense? Good. Time bound. Just by when, right? By when you are having these goals accomplished. All right, very good. So, what questions do you have on the SMART goals model before we actually start going down and writing down goals? Because we're going to go through an exercise that you're going to create goals 5 years from now, 1 year from now, 6 months, 3 months, and 1 month. I'm going to be guiding you through this journey. Yes, Josh?
A question I had was, how do you, a lot of these goals might be in unfamiliar territory where you don't know how long it's going to actually take.
Okay, very good. Good, yes. And you're just going to create a time where you are committed to having these goals by. And do we sometimes not accomplish these outcomes by that time? For sure. Like, I was looking on my outcomes that I created 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago, when I lost my business, and I shared with you this morning, and I was in a very dark place, and and I just didn't know what to do. And we were in that journey together at that time.